How's it going, YouTube? It's your boy Noah back again with another NFL video. And today we're going to be doing the NFL Week 6 preview video, so let's not waste any time. Let's get right into the games for this week. First game, Philadelphia Eagles at the Carolina Panthers on Thursday Night Football. This is going to be a really great game, actually. Good matchup here. Both teams are 4-1, off to a good start. The Eagles beat somebody last week. I already forgot who it was. And the Panthers beat, oh, okay, I'm completely unprepared, so I can't remember who either of these teams played. But anyway, they're both off to great starts. Cam Newton has looked really good so far this year. And on the other side of the ball, Carson Wentz has also been amazing. And this game is in Carolina, so it's going to be very close. But I've really liked what I've seen from Carson Wentz so far. And the Panthers have played some pretty weak defenses in the past few weeks. I mean, they beat the Patriots, but the Patriots defense has struggled. And on the other side, Philadelphia's done well against some tough competition. They almost beat the Chiefs a couple of weeks ago. They beat the Redskins, who are a good team, who almost beat the Chiefs as well. And Carson Wentz has just looked really, really good, man, so far. So I'm going to give a slight edge to Philadelphia in this game, just because I think their defense has done a little better so far as well. So I'm going to go Philadelphia to win this game behind Carson Wentz and their dominant front four. Final score, Philadelphia 28, Carolina 24. Next game, Miami Dolphins at the Atlanta Falcons. Miami coming off a win last week, and Atlanta coming off a bye week after losing to Buffalo. So Atlanta's due for a big bounce back. They looked really terrible against Buffalo. Terrible play calling. Everyone was dropping passes, basically. Julio Jones and Mohamed Sanu both got injured against the Bills. So expect more out of the Falcons this week. And on the other side, for the Dolphins, they've been struggling offensively recently. Jay Cutler's been kind of average, and Jay Ajayi's been struggling recently. So look for Atlanta to bounce back in this game. Final score, Atlanta 31, Miami 21. Next game, Green Bay Packers at the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota coming off a close win against the Chicago Bears. And Green Bay coming off their comeback victory against Dallas. It's going to be not that close, I don't think. Even though Minnesota's a good team, I don't know if Sam Bradford or Case Keenum is playing. Sam Bradford's playing. I hope he plays way better than he played last time, because he was clearly uncomfortable against the Bears. You could tell that injury was hurting him. And while I do like Case Keenum, and he had a good game a couple weeks ago against Tampa Bay, I wouldn't trust him to do stuff like that consistently. And Dalvin Cook's injured now, so now they got to rotate between Latavius Murray and Jerick McKinnon. So give the edge to Green Bay and their offense in this game. I mean, I don't see Aaron Rodgers slowing down, even though Minnesota has a good defense. So I'm going to go final score, Green Bay 27, Minnesota 17. Next game, Detroit Lions at the New Orleans Saints. This is an interesting game, man. New Orleans has been red hot recently. Their defense has been really good the past few weeks, which isn't something we say often about the Saints defense. On the other side, Detroit's been reeling a little bit. They lost to, what's their names? They lost to the Falcons a couple weeks ago. They managed to bounce back and beat the Panthers last week, but then they went ahead and lost to the Panthers as well. So they've kind of been on a bit of a cold streak recently. New Orleans has been red hot so far. Drew Brees has really started to come alive. Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram will be able to do more now that they don't have to worry about Adrian Peterson since he got traded to Arizona. So their running back by committee will be pretty interesting to see in this game. And it's in New Orleans, so I'm going to go for the New Orleans Saints to actually win this game against Detroit. Final score 31-27. Next game, New England Patriots at the New York Jets. The Jets have been the most surprising team in the NFL so far. At a surprising 3-2 record, so good for them. However, this is the Patriots here, and the Patriots have been kind of the past few weeks, so I expect them to make a statement this game. They came out with a close win against Tampa Bay last week, and I expect them to maybe be given a little run for their money against New York, because New York is at home. And their defense has been pretty good the past few weeks. And Josh McCown has been very respectable so far. A lot more than I thought he'd be. But I just feel like New England is going to bounce back in this game. Final score, New England 34, New York 21. Next game, the San Francisco 49ers at the Washington Redskins. San Francisco is absolutely terrible. They're 0-5. They lost to the Colts in overtime last week. And hopefully you don't see that message that just popped up. And if you don't see anything, then that means it didn't pop up. But anyway, San Francisco's absolutely garbage. And Washington has been pretty good. I think they're 2-2 or something like that. But they've had some tough games. They lost to the Eagles, who have been amazing so far. And they also lost to the Chiefs, who are freaking undefeated. So, you know, they've had some tough competition to play against. And they've been very competitive in all their games. So I'm going to look for Kirk Daniel Cousins and the Washington Redskins to come out with a win against the struggling 49ers. Final score, Washington 28, San Francisco 10. Next game, the Mitchell Trubisky-led Chicago Bears going into Baltimore to face the Ravens. Ravens have been really weird team to watch so far. They won 2 straight, then they lost 2 straight, and then they beat the Raiders last week. I like what I see from their defense as long as they can stay consistent. And on the other side, I really like Mitchell Trubisky a lot, and he showed signs against the Vikings last week, but this Ravens defense is just so freaking good, man, and Terrence West has been really good so far this year. Joe Flacco has been hit or miss, but I'd look for him to hit a little more than miss in this game because of the decimated Chicago defense. Everyone's basically injured. I think Danny Trevathan will be coming back from suspension for this game, but I don't think it'll be enough. I think Mitch will struggle on the road in Baltimore in this game. I'm going to go final score, Baltimore 24, Chicago 17. Next game, Cleveland Browns at the Houston Texans. A tale of 2 rookies. Deshaun Kaiser really struggling so far for the Browns, and Deshaun Watson for the Texans looking absolutely dominant, throwing 5 TDs last week. So I think one, Deshaun will win this game, and his last name will not be Kaiser. I think Deshaun Watson is going to have another good game against the really struggling Browns, and it's in Houston, and Houston's defense is very serviceable even after they lost J.J. Watt. Cleveland just has no hope whatsoever. Rest in peace, Browns. You're going to lose this game. Final score, Houston 31, Cleveland 14. Next game, very good NFC matchup, Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Arizona Cardinals. Be very interesting to see how Adrian Peterson plays into the Cardinals offense now that they traded for him. Obviously, David Johnson's hurt, and they released Chris Johnson, so Adrian Peterson and Andre Ellington will probably be sharing the majority of the touches. So I want to see what Adrian Peterson can do now that he actually gets some playing time. The other side of the ball, Tampa Bay, they lost to the Patriots last week, but they're a very good team. They got a great defense. The only reason they lost last week against the Patriots is because their kicker missed 3 field goals. And since Nick Folk missed those 3 field goals, he has since been released and replaced by Patrick Murray. So we'll see how Murray does for the Buccaneers in this game. But I'm going to go for Tampa Bay to win this game. Final score, Tampa Bay 28. Arizona 24. Next game, Los Angeles Rams at the Jacksonville Jaguars, 2 of the most surprising teams in the NFL. Jacksonville started off 3-2, amazing defense. Jalen Ramsey and what's the other guy? AJ Boye just absolutely shutting it down in the secondary. They got a nice front 4, got plenty of pressure up on the front 4, man. It's a very solid defense, and they got Leonard Fournette, who's absolute freaking tank so far this year for him. Obviously, they got Blake Bortles, which isn't the best thing, but, I mean, just rely on that running game, man, and that defense will do perfectly fine. However, I do think this might be the biggest test that Jacksonville's faced so far, because besides the struggle against Seattle last week, Jared Goff and the Rams' offense has been absolutely incredible, and their defense is no joke either. Aaron Donald and guys like that in the front 4 just absolutely dominant, man. Tremaine Johnson, one of the most underrated cornerbacks in the NFL, so it's going to be a very close game. I really like what I've seen from both these teams so far. They've both been very surprising. But I'm going to go for Los Angeles to win a close game on the road. Defensive game. Final score, Los Angeles. I swear to God, I almost said St. Louis again. Los Angeles Rams 24, Jacksonville 21. Next game, the game of the week, Pittsburgh Steelers at the Kansas City Chiefs. Pittsburgh has still probably been the most disappointing team to me so far. I think they're still 3-2, but they just looked really bad against the Jaguars last week, and they've just been hit or miss. Either they blow teams out like the Ravens, they destroyed the Ravens, they get unconvincing wins like the ones against the Browns, or they just get smashed like they did against the Jaguars, where Ben threw 5 interceptions. Kansas City, on the other side, has had no problems at all. They're one of the most well-rounded teams in the NFL, the best team in the NFL so far. Amazing defense. You know, it's hard to believe they lost Eric Berry and they're still this good. I mean, this team is just dominant. And their offense, man, Alex Smith is in MVP contention. Kareem Hunt is, in my opinion, the rookie of the year so far. Although he's got some competition in Watson and Leonard Fournette, but I'd still give it to him. And, I mean, Pittsburgh just seems to have so many holes so far, and Kansas City has none. So, and Kansas City is at home as well, so I'm going to go for the Chiefs to win this game. Final score, Kansas City 35, Pittsburgh 28. Next game, Los Angeles Chargers at the Oakland Raiders. Oakland's been kind of disappointing the past few weeks, losing to the Ravens last week. Their offense has been struggling without Derek Carr. I don't know if he's coming back for this game. I heard a report that he might be coming back, so if he does, that'll definitely help. But either way, I just don't really trust the Chargers, man. I mean, Philip Rivers is an amazing quarterback. Melvin Gordon is no joke, but they just can't seem to get it done. I mean, yeah, they beat the Giants last week, but the Giants were without their top two receivers and were still terrible even when they had those guys. So this game is in the black hole. I think Oakland will be able to defend their home turf, despite the fact that Derek Carr might be out for this game. Even if E.J. Manuel starts, I'll still give a slight edge to the Oakland Raiders. So if Derek Carr is starting this game, I'm going to go final score Oakland 31, San Diego 20. But if E.J. Manuel is starting this game, I'll go for a score like Oakland 24, San Diego 17. So either way, I got the Raiders winning this game. Next game, a completely one-sided Sunday night game. New York Giants at the Denver Broncos, former battle of the Manning brothers. Now only one of them is left, and he's got absolutely no targets to throw to now that Odell Beckham and Brandon Marshall are both out for the year. They have no running game. Their offensive line sucks. Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie is suspended indefinitely for leaving a team meeting or something like that. It's just all falling apart. Ben McAdoo, I hope you enjoyed being a coach of the NFL, because after this year it's done. You're going to be fired. And on the other side, another young head coach, Vance Joseph, has done a nice job so far with Denver. I believe they're 3-2. Or maybe they're 4-1. I can't remember. I know they lost to the Bills. I can't remember if they lost to anyone else. But either way, they've been really good so far. The defense is obviously fantastic. Von Miller is great. Keep Taliba, and Chris Harris, amazing. Now, other side of the ball, C.J. Anderson is an elite top 10 running back. Trevor Siemian has been really good so far. So look for Denver to win this game very convincingly against the struggling New York Giants team that is decimated with injuries. Final score, Denver 31, New York 10. Next game, Indianapolis Colts at the Tennessee Titans. I don't know if Mariota's starting this game. If he's not, Matt Castle will get the start. Andrew Luck is still not starting, so this could be a battle of the backups, Castle versus Brissett. And if it is, it'll be a close game. But if Mariota's playing this game, I'm going to give it to Tennessee. And even if Mariota isn't playing, I'd still probably give it to Tennessee, because Indianapolis just has no defense. And even if they're starting Matt Castle, you know what they can do? They can just give it off to DeMarco Murray. They can give it off to Derrick Henry. They can run short routes to guys like Delaney Walker and Anthony Fasano for the tight ends. They got good tight ends on this team. They're more of a running team, so just rely on this running game if Matt Castle's playing, and if he isn't, their offense is even more balanced and deadly. And on the other side, Indianapolis's running game has kind of been hit or miss. Jacoby Brissett, I've liked what I've seen mostly, but Indianapolis just does not have as good as defense as Tennessee. So I'm going to go for Tennessee to win this game at home on Monday Night Football. I'll go a low-scoring game. Final score, Tennessee 21, Indianapolis 14. So anyway, guys, that's my picks for the week. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And I'm sorry if I sniffled any in this video. I've actually come down with something again, so I'm sick again. So I'm sorry about that. But anyway, let me know what you guys thought of my picks. And yeah, thank you guys very much for watching this prediction video. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you next time. Have a great day.